council to meeting to order, and we do certify that we have a quorum. If we can go ahead and ask Linda to please read the treasurer's report. Linda?
Yes, sir. March 4th, 2026 treasurer's report. We have payable checks in the amount of $903,940.48. 22 of those checks went to major vendors and represented 44% of the amount. And those 44% is $399,791.60. Payroll ACH for March 4th, 2026 to include Social Security and Medicare taxes, $351,429.93. One monthly bond payment for $9,901.06. Grand total is $1,265,271.47.
Any questions from the aldermen on the treasurer's report and the line item list of the expenses for this month? All right, if there is none, if I can go ahead and get a motion to approve the treasurer's report, the February 3rd minutes, and the payment of bills. Motion by Charles, seconded by Glenn. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
Don?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to old and new business. First item up is 3.1 on the agenda, and that is going to be employee recognition. And so if I could please ask Chris Dumas to come up, as well as his supervisor, to the front. All right, before I turn it over to Steve, I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick reading. And I know it'll probably steal a little bit of Steve's thunder, but this is a little bit of something that we wrote up and just wanted to present it to you officially on top of everything else that you're going to get. So, dear Chris, congratulations on being selected as the City of St. Robert's Employee of the Month for March of 2026. I want you to know how much your hard work is truly appreciated. The role you serve may be behind the scenes, but its impact is front and center every day. Our police cars, public works trucks, utility vehicles, and equipment all depend on your skill and attention to detail. When they run safely and reliably, it is because of the care and pride that you take in your work. When the previous mechanic departed, you stepped up without hesitation and took on the responsibility of leading the shop. That kind of ownership says a lot about who you are. You did not just fill a position. You took responsibility for keeping an entire operation moving forward. That steady leadership and confidence have made a real difference for the department and for the city as a whole. Your years of experience, sound judgment, and commitment to doing things the right way bring stability and professionalism to the shop every day. Just as important is the attitude that you bring with you, your willingness to help, your reliability, your pride in your work set the tone for others around you. Please know that the efforts do not go unnoticed. The city is stronger because of employees like you who quietly do their jobs with integrity and excellence. On behalf of the City Council, our staff, and the residents we serve, thank you for everything you do. We are proud to recognize you as the March City Council at the March City Council meeting and grateful to have you part of our team. With sincere appreciation and respect, signed by me. Steve, I know I stole a little bit of your thunder, but I wanted to read that because it was very important for everybody to understand what does Chris mean to us. So please, Steve.
Yeah. Chris is an excellent team player. He's always there to lend a hand, even to the if it's not in his wheelhouse or for his department. He'll step outside the box and is always willing to help other employees in need. He ensures the readiness and the safety of all of our equipment and does an excellent job.
Yeah. 100% agree. I do have to tell a quick funny story about Chris. He knows what I'm about ready to do. I've already told his wife and got permission, so I'm good to go. So a couple days ago, I've been under the weather for the past couple of weeks, and so it was a little bit late in me delaying notification of Chris that he was selected as the employee of the month. And in my email to him, I, of course, congratulated him and thanked him and, a few other things. And then I said, hey, P.S., by the way, would really love to have a photo to share on social media of you. Can you send me one at your convenience? And so I literally got a picture from him. He's holding his camera like this, takes the picture. It's crooked, first of all. And it's like a glorified selfie that wasn't going to work for my social media, right? And I said, Chris, nice try. I appreciate the effort. You definitely get an A for effort, but I'm going to put Mark on this. I'm going to ask Mark to go into your office and take a really good photo that we can share on social media. So, Mark, you should get all the credit for the photo that is on social media, not Chris, because you don't know how to take a selfie.
Let me tell you, he calls me and says, how do you get in your building?
But at the end, don't try to turn this away from me. You're trying to steer this towards Mark. This has nothing to do with Mark. This all has to do with your selfie skills. And in this, there's nothing about good selfie skills, right? I'm sure these two young kids over here doing the behind-the-scenes camera could probably teach you a few things.
I don't need to learn no selfie skills.
But I had to share that story because I just thought it was it's just a funny part of the story. So anyway, Chris, we have a few things I want to present you. And the first thing is I will present you this letter. So if you can go ahead and look at Anita. And Steve, come on in here. Get in here.
Y'all have to smile, Steve.
Yeah, Chris, you didn't smile on your last one.
All right.
Okay, there's that. And then the next thing is we're going to present you with the most coveted, right? 8 hours off. So we'll present that to you. There you go. Steve, come on, you got to smile, man.
That is Steve's smile.
You're killing me. And then the next thing we'll present you a city coin. Say thank you very much for the job that you do. And then as promised, well, your wife gave me permission to let him keep it. He is responsible enough for this gift card? Okay, right. I did ask if she wanted me to give it to her. She said no, he's responsible enough. So just a small token from us and say thank you for all that you do. Plus, you'll get your parking sign, and you'll be able to have free front row parking anytime you want. So the floor is yours if you want to say anything to the groups, Chris.
I just want to say thank you, whoever nominated me for Employee of the Month. I appreciate it. And I really like working with you guys.
Cool. All right. Sorry to put you on the spot, Chris, but it's all in good fun.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah. We really appreciate you. If you want to depart, Chris, you guys are more than welcome to. It's
I'll
up
just
to
sit
you.
here and listen. I've never listened.
Sure, absolutely. You're more than welcome to.
20 minutes in, you'll be done.
All right. Moving on to our agenda. Moving on to 3.2, our business of the month. Recently, Anita, the team, and some of the aldermen were able to go visit and pay recognition to Carnivore Steakhouse here in St. Robert as our March business of the month, or business spotlight of the month. We were able to showcase them on social media and have gotten a lot of positive things about their amazing steaks and the service that they provide. So we just want to thank Eloy, and his entire team at Carnivore Steakhouse for their selection as the business spotlight of the month. Moving on to 3.3, this is going to be our KPM audit review of 2025. John, you are up to present your findings, so please, the floor is yours. Good to see you, by the way. It's been a few months, so.
It's been a few months. Thank you for having me this evening. You might want to rethink that staying around.
Can you turn your microphone on, please? These are new microphones. Got to have it ring to be able to talk. Go ahead.
Everyone should have a bound booklet, and it's a nice sized one this year. We're going to start on page 4 of that bound booklet. While you get your turn there, for those who don't know, my name is John Cummings. I'm an Audit Services Director with KPM CPAs, and we're going to be going over see is the independent auditor's report. And this is where we give our opinion on the financial statements. And the first paragraphs there cover the opinions. And in our opinion, financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respects in respect to the financial position of governmental activities and business type activities. The aggregate discretely presented component units and each major fund and the aggregate remaining fund information of the city of St. Robert as of December 31st, 2024. That is an unmodified or clean opinion, the best possible result, and the same as you received last year. And it has been a little while since the 2023 audit was delivered, and we're obviously quite a ways from December 31st, 2024. So the financial information is a little bit older, and kind of the reason for that is that the city's going through a conversion of software, and there was a timing issue with how it got transitioned from the old software to the new, and we ended up having to rebuild November and December and part of 2024 in order to basically finish this up. So it represents a lot of hard work on people at the city and the people at ADM to make all of this happen and get it to the spot where it was unmodified opinions. So the basis for the opinions is we conduct our audit in accordance with auditing standards generally accepted in the United States of America and the standards applicable to financial audits containing government auditing standards issued by the Comptroller General of the United States. And as far as the financial statements go, they are ultimately the responsibility of the city, and they've been reviewed by the city's management approved. So here we are tonight. And so I'll go over just a little bit of financial information. I won't get really in the weeds because I've been told that the shorter version this evening is the wealthy version. So turn over to page 21. This is the statement of revenue, expenditures, and changes in fund balances for your governmental funds. And those are major funds include the general fund, street fund, and then the capital improvement fund. And in your general fund, you had total revenues of $5,287,632. That's up about $530,000 from last year. You had expenditures of $9,339,203. That's down about $2.5 million. And then you had other financing sources and uses net of $3,236,706. It's down about $80,000 from last year. And the overall change in fund balance is a decrease of about $814,865. And you ended the year with fund balances of $782,657. In your street fund, total revenues were $2,025,769. That's down about $65,000. On the expenditure side, you had $2,731,720. That is up about $753,000. You had net other financing sources of $542,016, and a decrease for the year of $163,935, an ending balance of $260,589. On the capital improvement fund, you had $1,635,776. That's up about $75,000 from the previous year's revenue amount, and there's also an increase for the year in the fund because there were no expenses coded to the fund and the transfers out. So the ending fund balance in your capital improvement fund is $2,265,632 as of December 31st, 2024. There's aggregate non-major funds that accounted for revenues of $1,617,537. That's up about $6,000 from last year. Expenses were down about $422,000 at $1,391,216. We had transfers out of $119,854 and an increase for the year of $106,467. And ended the year with a total fund balance of $406,136. So across all your governmental funds, we ended 2024 up $763,443 on that financial year. Questions on that?
Yeah, good, no, that's good. Better to be up.
Better be up than down.
Yep.
Turn over to page 25, similar statement for your utilities, and kind of the same operation here. You had total operating revenues in the electric fund of $9,336,544. That's up about $1.1 million from last year. The expenses were only up about $529,000, so they were $7,389,687. That left operating income of $1,946,857. The non-operating net revenue of $25,500. And transfers out $2,209,800, most of which went to the general fund and helped subsidize those operations. That left a net change in position, or net change position of $237,443 increase, and a ending net position of $6,182,097. On your water and sewer fund, you had total operating revenues of $1,882,320. That's down about $452,000 from last year. Operating expenses were $2,254,722. That's up about $412,000. The biggest item of change there was depreciation expense, because the wastewater treatment plant came online and started being depreciated. So it's a pretty big investment that begins to see expenses go into operations for that.
Yeah.
The increase in depreciation was $400,000 from last year. And non-operating revenues and expenses net of an expense of $952,369. Transfers out of $702,500. That left a change in that position of an increase of $6,182,277, and ending that position of $27,856,656. On the gas fund, the total operating revenues were $1,136,829, which is up about $48,000 from last year. Operating expenses were $1,055,648. That's up about $75,000 from last year. So you have operating income of $81,201, and net non-operating expense of $338, and an overall change in that position, an increase of $8,863, and an imbalance of $1,051,549. On the solid waste transfer station fund, the total operating revenues of $3,587,900. That's up about $240,000 from last year, being 2023. And total operating expenses of $3,322,330, which is up about $82,000 from the previous year. It left an operating income of $265,562. You have interest expense of $4,101 and transfer in of $100,000. And that left an increase for the year of $361,461, and ending net position of $2,648,083. So across all of those funds, the total change in that position was an increase of $6,387,158. The bulk of that is actually the grant revenue that came in to help pay for the treatment plant project.
Right.
So
Okay.
that explains all of that. Any questions there?
No questions from me.
All right. Well, on page 79 then, I look at the schedule of findings and question costs. There's a couple of material weaknesses in internal controls. We do have to report on weaknesses in internal controls when we do identify those. The first one, if you've heard one of these presentations before, you will know all about it. It's segregation of duties. Basically, there's a few people involved in the transaction cycle, so you can't split it up so that one person doesn't have access to multiple facets of that.
Right.
And it's a pretty common situation in municipalities of this size and twice this size. And so it's a very common thing to have. And basically, we do recommend that you do what you can with what you have, because that's kind of where you're stuck where that's concerned. So, just be aware of the situation. If you're involved in mitigating controls like reviewing payments to vendors, payroll, any of those kinds of things, you're part of what offsets this particular risk. On the second item here is the bank account reconciliation process. And this covers kind of a wide array of things. And it's kind of been an ongoing issue with the G-Works software that you had previously. You moved on to Tyler to some degree. This year that we're looking at, we did finish up with G-Works, which is the city's old accounting software. The bank rec process in there is not a true bank rec, in that basically it's inputting bank statement activity, but it doesn't necessarily tie it to what happened in the ledger. And so it took a lot of work to get everything matched up between the ledger and the bank reconciliation line. We had about 57 journal entries, and moving things here and there, identifying things that were not in the general ledger that were in the bank rec module. It was in-depth, but got it done. So thanks again to everybody that helped in that process. I think they moved through Tyler once they get things situated. We have a process in place where there should be a non-issue.
we're definitely, with both of these findings, both are repeat findings from 2023, so we're gonna do our due diligence to make sure that they're not repeat findings again in the 2025 one.
So, and I will say, on the front end here, based on what I know now, that for 2025, it's likely to still be there, because for a good chunk of the year,
That's
that's not
true.
going to happen, because Tyler's kind of being a stickler about some of the information that causes their bank record module area to be stuck.
Gotcha,
So you can't really move that forward right now until they do their part.
gotcha, okay. That makes
The
sense.
next one's not going to be entirely the city's fault, I don't think. I think some of it's going to be back on the workers.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
okay,
kind of what it is, but maybe for 2026, fingers crossed, everything's good.
okay. Appreciate that clarification, John, thank you.
Okay. So, any questions on any of that?
No, good to go. We're tracking both of those findings, so.
Well, that is, I think, what I'm going to go over for tonight. There is probably two other things to mention. There are two letters in the back of your bound booklet there, one of which is a letter to those charged with governance. It talks about the overall audit process, difficulties encountered, and that sort of thing, this last chance to have it. Talks about the kinds of journal entries that have been made, and it's required communication from us as auditors to you as the Board of Governance. So feel free to read that in your leisure. There's also a management recommendation letter and a more operational things. It gets into a little bit more depth about cybersecurity, some of the GASB standards that's going to affect the city, the bank reconciliation process, and order outstanding checks, that sort of thing. But just things to kind of look through and think about as you move forward. So I'll let you read through those in the leisure and let you have your meeting back.
Well, John, before I turn it over for any questions from the alderman, I want to personally, we've been in communication now, I don't know, it's been about 6 months since you started, and I know it's been a challenge, right? And I just want to say thank you to you and your team. And I'll say it like this: you could have easily given up and just threw your hands up and said, whatever. But you didn't. You stuck with us through our transition, not only from G-Works to Tyler system, right? Newer technology, newer system, but additionally with our finance director, right? And so those two changes throughout 2025 is still affecting us with this audit, and it'll affect us a little bit still with 2025's audit. But really, at the end of the day, you and your team did an amazing job by, as I say it, in a way of not just coming in and grading us, but coming in and mentoring us and teaching us a little bit along the way of what we need to do to better ourselves. And because of that, we're here. We're done, right, with this one. And so, but a lot of it is because of you, John, seriously. And I want that to be public knowledge, that the work that you and your team did. And I got it, it's your job, that's what we, or pay for your services for the city. But at the end of the day, I think you went above and beyond of what you're required to do, and really to get us on the straight and narrow. So thank you very much. Alderman, do you have any questions or comments before we move on?
Indeed, John. Your report gives us hope that we can get it right. So we appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, John, I don't think that's it. So it sounds like you're going to be off the hook. Appreciate you, and thanks for all that you do.
Thank you. If you have any questions or need anything, just let me know.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, moving on to the agenda, 3.4. This is an ordinance of the City of St. Robert to appoint Nathan M. Nicolaus, is that the correct pronunciation, Kiala? Nicolaus? As the city councilor. So, you are Dana. Go ahead. So, Alderman, I think there's really no explanation needed, but just real quickly, the process of the request for qualification, the interview process, you are all a part of it, or at least invited to it, and I appreciate you all for being involved in that process, because now we're here at this point where we are going to appoint our new city councilor. And so, exciting day for the city of St. Robert. So if there are any questions or comments, we'll go ahead and ask Dana to read the first reading as a bill, please.
An ordinance of the City of St. Robert, Missouri to appoint Nathan M. Nicholas as the city councilor.
All right, can I get a first motion, please? First motion by, I'm sorry, Reggie, and seconded by Walter. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, second reading as a bill, please.
An ordinance of the City of St. Robert, Missouri to appoint Nathan M. Nicholas as the city councilor.
All right, first motion, please. John, and seconded by Mike Hanks. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, third reading as an ordinance, please.
An ordinance of the City of St. Robert, Missouri to appoint Nathan M. Nicholas as the city councilor.
All right, can I get a first motion by Walter, seconded by Reggie? Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, Nathan, I think you've been voted in. Would you like to say anything to the group or anything? I didn't want to do it beforehand because I didn't want to jinx the vote. Sure. Right, and so I wanted to keep you fair and square, but do you have anything to add?
No, I'm thrilled. I appreciate y'all's confidence in us. I hope to live up to it. If you got questions or anything, I'm always there for you. I think, as your auditor said, my job is not just to help you with the law, but to advise you and educate you. So I'm here to help whatever you need.
Awesome, Nathan. Well, we appreciate it. I know it was a very, as I was explaining to you earlier, it was a very slow, deliberate process. But I think we wanted to do it that way to make sure that we checked all the boxes, to make sure that we were selecting what was best for the city of St. Robert and the residents of St. Robert. And again, I want to thank the aldermen and the city staff who were involved in that process that we started about 4 months ago to get to this point. And so, very exciting news. So thank you for that. All right, moving on in the agenda, we're moving on to 3.5. This is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement authorizing Attorney Henry Surkamp to act as our municipal prosecutor for the city of St. Robert. Henry came, he's not here. Oh, Henry came in. I don't want to jinx you beforehand, so I just wanted to make sure you showed up. And I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Came highly recommended by Kevin Hillman, so we're excited to be moving forward in this. And so any questions from the aldermen or anything? Comments? All right. Dana, please, first reading as a bill, please.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement authorizing Attorney Henry Surkamp to act as municipal prosecutor for the city of St. Robert.
All right, could I get a first motion, please, on this? Reggie, seconded by John. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter. Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
Second reading as a bill, please.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement authorizing Attorney Henry Surkamp to act as municipal prosecutor for the city of St. Robert.
All right, first motion, please. Michael Hanks, seconded by Linda. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, third reading as an ordinance, please, Dana.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement authorizing Attorney Henry Surkamp to act as municipal prosecutor for the city of St. Robert.
All right, first motion, please. Glenn, seconded by Reggie. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, Henny, you got an acceptance speech prepared? Anita told you to have one ready. Ready to stand up, thank God, thank your parents. No, I'm just joking.
My mother turned 75 this week, so
Well,
I'm
happy
very
birthday
thankful
to her.
be here.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
That said, I want to thank the city, and I do want to thank Judge Hillman for the endorsement. I worked for him for 5.5 years in the Class County Prosecutor's Office, and he taught me a lot about the importance of taking care of your community and treating our citizens in this town and this county with respect. I've been with the city of Waynesville, the city across here, for about 5 years now. So this is my wheelhouse. I look forward. I already held court actually yesterday morning, so that went by actually.
How did you do?
I did great.
You did great.
It's hard to fill in for Tice. I am a little quicker than he was, so a little quicker than that. But it went pretty well. I've done traffic with Kevin for years now, so it went pretty well. So thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to let you know, we are going to grade you against Kevin. Kevin was the city prosecutor for a number of years, and so we have his grade sheets, and we're going to grade you to him. So you have some big shoes to
That's
fill.
not good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you, Henry, for taking this on, and I appreciate you for already convening court for us, and hopefully everything went well. So
It actually did.
thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on in the agenda to 3.6. This is going to be an ordinance authorizing the city administrator to enter into a public donation agreement with Marys County Bancorp, Inc. for the donation of land to the city. So Anita, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the land that's adjacent to Marys County Bank that we kind of own as well in preparation for our future recreational green space. Is that a correct
Right,
statement?
it's a property behind the bank, and we've got our art here, and then there's that strip of land, and it's big enough we could do basketball courts and stuff on, so I contacted the bank, and they went to their board, and they said they would donate it, so that's where we're at today. And the mayor's not available on the 9th, so we had to have something that would allow me to go down to the abstract office for closing, so.
Yep, so this is going to be for Anita to act in my stead to go do the closing of this donation of land from Marys County Bank to help us eventually make our recreational green space for the community. So this has been a long work in the works.
It has,
but
it's
we
been
wanna-
over a year waiting on an appraisal, so finding somebody that could give a commercial one. And I know the mayor said we would have a ribbon cutting once we get the sign and put it up, so we can thank them properly for it.
One of the things that we want to do is to make sure that they get credit for their donation of the land, right? And so, and we will do that as we prepare in the future to develop that into a recreational space for our residents. But want to definitely thank Marys County Bank and their board for their vote of confidence in us to do something with that piece of property for the residents of St. Robert. And I'm excited what the future will hold for that area and the great things that we're going to do. So, all right, so as I stated, this is going to authorize Anita to act in my stead on the 9th of March. Dana, can you please read it as first reading as a bill, please?
An ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of St. Robert authorizing the city administrator to enter into a public donation agreement with Marys County Bancorp Incorporated for the donation of land to the city.
Yeah, can I get a first motion, please, by Walter, seconded by John? Clarification, discussion, and call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
Second reading as a bill, please, Dana?
An ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of St. Robert authorizing the city administrator to enter into a public donation agreement with Marys County Bancorp Incorporated for the donation of land to the city.
Can I get a first motion by Glenn, seconded by Linda? Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda.
Yes.
Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, third reading as an ordinance, please.
An ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of St. Robert authorizing the city administrator to enter into a public donation agreement with Marys County Bancorp Incorporated for the donation of land to the city.
Motion by Charles, thank you, Charles. Seconded by Glenn. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael. Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Yes. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, moving on the agenda to 3.7. This is in regards to an ordinance authorizing the chief of police to apply for a grant. Chief, do you want to come up real quick and talk about the monetary amount and what the plan is if we get the grant, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And this is a grant we've been going after now for about 15 years. It's a highway safety grant through MoDOT. It allows us to pay the officers overtime money to come out and work extra. We usually have to do about 4-hour shifts. They usually come in on their short days because obviously now they're on 12-hour shifts, so that'd be a 16-hour day. But if they're off, they come in for 4 hours, and that money doesn't affect the city's budget. So we do 2 grants. So one is for what we call hazardous moving violations, speaking on the phone, blowing through red lights, stop signs, things of that nature, and excessive speed, things that we've seen quite a bit, especially since we picked up a little bit of enforcement there on 44. We've seen several over 100 miles an hour. And then the other one is for driving under the influence. Used to be driving while intoxicated, but now with marijuana being legal and other drugs that folks are taking, it's actually, we call it driving under the influence. So those are the 2 grants. We've asked for a little over $5,000 on each grant, so it'd be a little bit over $10,000 in overtime monies for the city to pay the officers.
Any questions from the owner? Go ahead, Glenn.
Hey, Chief, real quick. You did clarify grants very clearly in the amount. However, my only question is on that second grant we were talking about hazardous driving, running
Yes, sir.
stoplights and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to include running bus time, stop signs?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay,
Anything hazardous like that, it's all included. I just didn't include everything.
I got you.
But no, absolutely, that would be something that would be on top of that as well.
Yeah, it's kind of starting to get all over that.
No, absolutely, and thankfully buses have cameras on most of them.
Yes,
now,
sir.
so we're ready to pursue those a little bit more vigorously than we did in the past.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
And we got Henry now, so you know
No,
you'll be able to.
absolutely, you know, in this defense, we work with him, actually on felonies, not traffic, and so he'll do a great job, I can assure you that.
Really, at the end of the day, it's all about deterrence, right?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think we've all agreed that we've seen an uptick in traffic violations, and these grants are going to be great because those officers will be able to just dedicate themselves for that time frame, just for the enforcement of a particular.
Absolutely make a difference, sir,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, we've seen the fatality rate in this community drop tremendously. Years ago, it was every other year for sure. If you didn't have one year, you were guaranteed to have one the next year. And so, in the last almost 20 years, I can think of 1 year, and that was a few years ago, and it's an anomaly. We had 3 within like 10 days. That's never happened before. It was just totally unusual. And we, knock on wood, hope we won't see that again. But I really believe that the increase of officers on the roadway being visible makes a big difference, and it determines it a big difference. You know, people act differently when they see law enforcement, so.
100%.
And again, you know, it goes back to our citizens as well. They've done a great job on, you know, helping us out and making the city safer, so.
Yep, fantastic. All right, any questions for Chief before we ask? Go ahead, Glenn.
One last question.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing on personnel? I've noticed a couple new officers, but is that going
I
good?
mean, it's sometimes it's evolving.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody fits, right, you know, so, we're still pretty even keel where we've been over the last couple of years, but, I was gonna talk about it in my report. It's
Yeah.
fine, I can just do it.
No, please save it for your report. This is focused right now on the ordinance.
Just ask me that question again, I've got an answer for you.
Any other questions in regards to the ordinances that we're about ready to do? Okay, thanks, Chief,
Thank you,
appreciate it.
sir. And if you don't mind, can I get those?
Yes, we'll
signed?
sign them as soon as we approve it
Thank
first.
you.
I don't want to be premature on this, even though I'm sure it'll be good, but I don't want to be premature. The first ordinance we're going to do is 3.7. This one is for the DWI or DUI, and then we'll do the second ordinance after this one, which is 3.8, which for the hazardous moving violations. So, Dana, can you please do the DUI, DWI enforcement grant first, please?
Yes. An ordinance authorizing the chief of police of the city of St. Robert to apply to the Traffic and Highway Safety Division of the Missouri Department of Transportation for a DWI enforcement grant.
All right, can I get a first motion, please? Glenn and Reggie. Set a clarification discussion, call the roll, please.
Don.
Yes.
Michael. Can anybody hear him or see his lips?
Michael, can you?
Yes.
Oh, he just said yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda. Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
Second reading as a bill, please.
An ordinance authorizing the chief of police of the city of St. Robert to apply to the Traffic and Highway Safety Division of the Missouri Department of Transportation for a DWI enforcement grant.
All right, first motion, please, by John, seconded by Mike Hanks. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, third reading as an ordinance, please.
An ordinance authorizing the chief of police of the city of St. Robert to apply to the Traffic and Highway Safety Division of the Missouri Department of Transportation for a DWI enforcement grant.
First motion, please, by Walter, seconded by Glenn. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, Dana, if you can go ahead and please roll right into 3.8. This is for the hazardous moving violation grant.
An ordinance authorizing the chief of police of the city of St. Robert to apply to the Traffic and Highway Safety Division of the Missouri Department of Transportation for a hazardous moving violation enforcement grant.
Motion by Charles, seconded by Glenn. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, second reading. We're on second reading, correct? Yep, second reading as a bill, please. Sorry for that noise, whatever.
An ordinance authorizing the chief of police of the city of St. Robert to apply to the Traffic and Highway Safety Division of the Missouri Department of Transportation for a hazardous moving violation enforcement grant.
First motion by Walter, seconded by John. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, third reading as an ordinance, please.
An ordinance authorizing the chief of police of the city of St. Robert to apply to the Traffic and Highway Safety Division of the Missouri Department of Transportation for a hazardous moving violation enforcement grant.
All right, first motion, please. Reggie, second by John. Thank you. Good Lord. My brain is fried tonight. John, clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Alderman, I'm going to pass the second one we just approved. That'll be the second one. And if you can go ahead and sign those and just keep them passing down. That way we can get those to Chief and so he can get into Grant 5. All right, thank you for that. All right, moving on to 3.9 on the agenda. This is to approve a liquor license for Maria's Full Circle. Anita, would you like to speak about this, please?
Yes, all the departments have signed off on it, the police, the fire, and the building department. So all of the boxes have been checked and we're good to move forward.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, awesome. Any questions of any of the aldermen on this? Everything's checked off. I think we're good to go. Any questions or comments? Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. First, well, actually, reading for approval. Dana, please.
Approve liquor license for Mariah's Full Circle doing business as OBS.
Thank you, Charles. All right, can I get a first motion, please? Motion by Glenn, seconded by John. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael? Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, quick question, Chief.
Yes, sir.
One city council member obviously is on Zoom.
That's not a problem, sir.
Okay, all right. We got everybody else, we're just missing him, so
Thank you.
if he needs to come in, we can always do that as well, so.
No, we just needed 5.
Okay, well, if you want to come grab these, Chief, real quick.
Yes,
if they're done. Appreciate
Thank you
that.
guys all.
Thank you. And real quick, Chief, before you sit down, I just want to take a quick moment, and Anita, I'm going to ask you to take a picture because I want to. Hey, guys. You thought I forgot, didn't you?
No, I say after my report.
You know,
Huh?
He said after the report.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm changing stuff up as we go. So to the aldermen, I know that we talked about this last time, but Chief was unfortunately unable to be here at the last city council meeting, and I wanted to present this to him, to his department. And so what this is I had the honor of attending the Salvation Army Gratitude event that they held just about a month and a half ago. And that is where the Pulaski County Salvation Army team comes together and thanks all of those that contributed one way or another to the success of the Pulaski County Salvation Army for 2025. And I had the honor to be the recipient in honor of our police department to receive the certificate. And so let me please bear with me as I read this real quick, and then I'll get this presented to Chief on behalf of his entire department. And this is a certificate of recognition for doing the most good. The Salvation Army of Pulaski County, Missouri recognizes the St. Robert Police Department for their positive assistance with people in need and thereby supporting the mission of doing the most good in Pulaski County. Signed by Jeannie King, the co-chair, and of course Don Murray, the co-chair. And why is this significant? Because this is not just about the residents of St. Robert, this is about every resident in Pulaski County that has had interaction with our police department. And this certificate is just a small gratitude of the amazing work that your officers thanklessly do every day for our city and for Pulaski County. And so I just want to say thank you, Chief, and of course I know you'll tell your team thank you, but please display this proudly because this is a recognition from an entire county thanking your department for assisting folks. So Chief, congratulations, thank you. Thanks, Chief, appreciate it. I know Chief don't like to be in the spotlight or the limelight, but you know, I think it's important for us to recognize the amazing work when we can of the selfless deeds that our department does. So, okay, thank you for that. Moving on to our agenda, 3.10. This is a resolution to the City of St. Robert authorizing to appoint a successor director to the Liberty Commons Community Improvement District. Anita, please explain.
This is, Mayor Breckenridge serves on that board and his term is up. It's Guthrie Shopping Center behind Casey's there, and then Liberty Park, the townhouses back there is part of the district. So we're extending his term to 2030.
And so we had a great meeting. Thank you, Anita. We had a great meeting, and the team is really energized to get this Commons, Liberty Commons SID meetings back up and running to twice a year, so that way we'll be able to help making sure everything is good to go. It's mostly their stuff, but I sit on the board and represent the City of St. Robert, and so that's what this is just extending my contract. Of course, it can change at any time in case something happens, but this is going to cover it for at least the next 6 years. So, any questions from the aldermen or anybody else? All right, Dana, can you please read the resolution?
Resolution number 26-01, a resolution of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to appoint successor directors to the Liberty Commons Community Improvement District.
All right, can I get a first motion, please? Motion by Glenn, seconded by John. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Reggie.
Yes.
Linda.
Yes.
Charles.
Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
All right, moving on the agenda to section 4, comments by our amazing aldermen. I'm going to start down there with Glenn, because I know Glenn has a question, and I don't want him to forget. Messing with you. Glenn, please start us off today.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to the fire department and police. I tell you, 24/7, baby, just out there making it happen. Chris, I want to say, I come to your shop, sometimes it really rough you up, but I will tell you, I'm impressed how well organized your shop is, how your inventory, you know exactly what's in place, when to order it, so you never run out that I'm aware of. And I think Steve was a little sickly nowadays, I just want to point that out. Good job though, Chris, I mean that. Thank you. Thank you for doing a good job, that's all.
Thanks, Glenn, appreciate it. Charles?
I'd like to commend the ladies in the shop over here for conducting professional attitudes toward our customers. And it goes a long way, because I got a compliment from one of my neighbors about coming in and making a complaint, and she left happy, so that's good. That's all.
Thanks, Charles. It's always great to hear. Don't always hear positive things, you know, so it's always good to hear that. So thank you for that, Charles. Appreciate that. Linda?
Don't have anything.
Okay. Reggie?
Nothing.
Walter?
I want to quickly add to Chris. You know I enjoy seeing you there, man, and I appreciate the work you do. And when he first came on, I knew he was going to be a good man there. So I appreciate that. And we go a long ways back, so I appreciate it.
Awesome. Maybe you can teach him some selfie skills.
I'd like to follow Charles. My next door neighbor also came in utility bill, and he came back and told me, I talked to him and he wanted to come in, he came back a happy customer. So that's a good thing, you know.
Well, I think it's,
Staff is just doing above and beyond.
I think it's hands-off. I think it's you know, it's that approach that, you know, our city employees, you know, we work for the residents of St. Robert, right?
Yes, sir.
We all do. And so I think that mindset that Anita and the team has instilled in that front team, as well as everywhere in the city of St. Robert. I mean, even, you know, waste collection, fire, all of them have that same mentality every day that they're there to serve the residents of St. Robert. And I know it's been a challenging past few weeks, right, with Winter Storm Fern, right, which is the new thing that people hate to hear. And it's been a challenge, but I will tell you the professionalism from our front team, especially when it's very chaotic, is very professional. So thank you for that amplification, Mike. Appreciate that. Michael, do you have anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. We can hear you really good now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Tom did, but he's over there in the corner cubby hole. We're going to bring him out a little bit, but working his magic. John, last but not least.
Just one note, welcome to our new city attorney.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thanks, John. All right, let's moving on to section 5 of the agenda. We're going to start with our police chief. Chief, you're back up.
All right. I've been told I only have 5 minutes, so.
5 minutes?
No. So I'll just open it up to questions. I don't really have a report tonight, so I know that Ms. Vasquez had a question for me.
So, again, I was asking about manpower or line duty officers. How's recruiting going? And the concerns I'm hearing at coffee tables, table talk is people are getting a little worked up about Springfield crime rates jumping. So there is it come down here? Do we have enough police officers? And only you know those answers.
Okay. First and foremost, Springfield doesn't have anything to do with the St. Robert.
Absolutely.
Right? So we've seen declining, violent crime in the city of St. Robert declining for the last decade. And I still feel good about those numbers. When I first started, this was one of the most violent communities in the state of Missouri. I think we were behind North Kansas City with populations 20,000 or less. Okay, so little 2,500 St. Robert was right up there. And we've not seen those type of violent crimes in the city for, like I said, it's been almost a couple of decades now. So I feel good about that. Obviously, you're going to have larger cities like that. They have an issue with recruitment as well. You know, I think there's a lot of police departments across the United States that are still suffering from, for lack of a better term, the perception of being a police officer is not what it was 30 years ago when I started, right? So it's difficult to recruit people into this line of work, but the good news is that we have a police academy right here in this building now. And that academy is through the University of Lincoln up in Jefferson City. It's a satellite academy. I think they have one in St. Louis and maybe one other spot besides Jeff City. And we are very fortunate that we have multiple officers on our department that are doing instructing in that. So we're getting a good look at, there's 5 individuals going through that academy right now, and we're getting a really good look at them as they advance through their training. And we'll have a good chance, I'm not saying we'll get but we have a chance of getting a couple of those officers, so that's going to be a big help. But again, it's just one of those things. I wish we would have more hometown kids that go off to school or decide they don't want to go to school and want to pursue a career in law enforcement, go through the academy, and hopefully we'll see that with the academy. Fortunately, last Saturday, I went to Ozark, Missouri, and attended a funeral with the 2 Christian County deputies that were senselessly lost their lives in the line of duty. And both of them were hometown guys. They went off to the military and then came back and wanted to serve the community. And I would like to see a little bit more of that and make our police department look more like what our community looks like. That's the goal. No, go ahead.
One last question, I'll turn it over to you. What's your biggest selling point for St. Robert's Police? So what is it that?
Oh, it's absolutely the commitment the city has put into the investment they put into the department, right? If there's equipment that we absolutely need, I don't have a worry about being able to come and ask for it to be out. You guys have been excellent on that. Just like with the weapons platform, we're switching to Red Dot Sight System currently. You guys didn't even balk at that, right? So we got all the new weaponry in, the scopes, the whole 9 yards, and now it's just a matter of getting the officers trained and they'll start carrying that. The equipment, the training, there's not another department within 50 miles of here that trains as hard as we do. I'm blessed to have 2 of the best firearms instructors like in the state of Missouri. I mean, they are just phenomenal. I've watched our shooting capabilities grow over the years from when I first started as a young officer, and they took me down to this little range that wasn't even as big as this room, and threw a couple of aluminum cans up on a rail and said, shoot those. Right? So, and then my first time that I shot my shotgun that was in our trunk, the front sight flew off of it. So the equipment has absolutely gotten better. The training is second to none. The only thing we're probably a little bit behind on is paying them. Pay them a little bit more than what they're making now. I think that we do need to pay our officers more. You're going to attract the cream of the crop that way, and that's exactly what we want, right? I mean, we're very peculiar about who we hire. And not everybody that we hire makes it through our FTO program. It's rigorous, right? So that's the other part. I mean, in the last 2 years, we've had more get booted out of the FTO program than I've ever seen. So again, it's just a matter of being able to find the right people. We find the right people, good people, we can turn them into good police officers. That's been my philosophy, and it's worked for us. So that's the major thing is in the recruiting. Like I said, we've got the equipment, we've got the training. We've got to get the salary right, and I think we'll be competitive with anybody in the state.
Thank you, sir, for answering.
Who was the family that visited us today?
That was the
Yes, the back here? Yeah, that was Mariah. She's going to be the new owner. Her mom and stepdad used to own Obie's, and she's turning it into Full Circle, I think. Yeah. So they got out of business and turned it over to her, and that's who that was. Yeah, no,
They were here for the liquor
probably 6, 7 years old.
Thanks.
Chief, how's Major Cooley doing?
Mitch Cooley's doing well. He came back a week after, and like I was telling Mr. Asmund, we immediately got him down to the range. Him and I were down at the range for 2 solid days. We shot over 600 rounds every day. I haven't shot that much since SWAT school. So he absolutely, got his mind off of that and was able to come in and delve into that, and I think that really helped him. He hasn't skipped a beat. I mean, still the same old major, and comes to work every day, ready to go. And so we're grateful to have him and grateful that he came back.
Very grateful that he came in. Thank you very much. Any other questions for the chief?
I don't want to misspeak, but I just want to say that I'm starting to notice your officers are speaking people, whether they on duty or off.
They're glad.
They speak.
Yes, sir. I mean,
Yeah, You know,
Yeah, I know they've always been that way, as
Yeah.
far as I know. I mean,
I'm just discovering it. We're not great,
yeah,
but
no, I mean,
yeah.
that's the big thing, right? I mean, we're here to serve the citizens, and so they do more than just arrest people. They interact with them on a daily basis, under friendly conditions, so we're grateful for that. Matter of fact, I got a story from a guy that was passing through from New York, had a flat tire. Honestly, he said he'd never changed one in his life, so he's having issues. And one of our sergeants saw him in distress there, pulled up, changed his tire for him, and got him on his way. So he thanked us and let me know that he made it back to New York safely, so I was really grateful for that. So they do this kind of stuff all the time. I mean, we as a community are blessed to have people back there putting their lives on the line every day that we do.
And you do have some good shooters, some good instructors. Marine.
Yeah, no, I'm phenomenal. I mean, we're just really,
I was very impressed.
very. As a matter of fact, when they went to Red Dot School, one of them actually got some kind of award that you don't typically get. Very few of the instructors, and these are instructor class shooters, so very few of them get this award that the school gives, and one of our two instructors got it. So, like I said, we truly are. I just need a few more, and we'll be in a world of good things.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Chief. Appreciate it.
Thank
Great
you.
update. Mike, you here? Mike?
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, please come on up. Jordan, how are you?
5 minutes.
Get the replacement, sorry.
No, it's okay. We prefer you anyway. Don't tell Mike that, though.
I know, don't worry, he gave me a...
Oh!
I didn't say that. Okay.
Chris, I got your selfie backup, okay?
All right, go ahead, Jordan.
So, everything's going good. Chief said make sure to tell you we're continuing inspections, continuing on training. We had a structure fire on Olive Street in Waynesville. It went very well. And we ran the normal 100 calls a month. So,
You said our inspections are still ongoing?
Yes,
The businesses?
yes,
Okay, good.
yeah.
All right.
yeah, we're about 3/4 done.
3/4 done?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's great to know. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. Any questions for Jordan? Let's not let him off the hook too easy.
No, just tell your men that thanks for getting out there all dark 30 hours and fighting structure fires. We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Doing a good job.
Yeah. And I know you guys rescued and saved some animals too that night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So we appreciate all that you do, really honestly. Jordan, thank you for the update. Please give Mike our best and tell him that he can send you from now on.
Okay.
He's at a concert, Mayor.
I know, I'm just giving Mike a hard time.
Oh, man. I'll tell him, don't worry.
Our park superintendent, Travis, come on up. How have you been?
Doing good, doing good, so.
Go ahead.
So, February, we got the outdoor main pump fixed. We fired that up, got it all wired up, hooked up, so it's good to go for the summer outdoor season. When we open Tiger Typhoon back up. We're working hard with the KCBS barbecue, kicking it Route 66 barbecue. 3 weeks left till that kicks off. Since that post on social media, there's been, I think within the last week, there's been another 7 to 10 Master Series challengers come up, so it's looking good.
Awesome.
I just posted the Easter flyer for today. We're going to do the Easter egg hunt on the golf course April 4th. So more to work on that for the next month. More details will be laid out as we get those ironed out through the park committee meeting. We started swim lessons. We opened those up at the in middle of last month. And then we started those Monday, assuming the weather holds up and there's no lightning on Friday. It'll be Monday, Friday. Slots are full right now, but then we're going to continue to try to get those scheduled. Work with Kavan and our head lifeguard and see about continuing those. We've been doing private lessons up until the pool closed, but yeah, pretty good turnout so far. We got volleyball ending this week, and then we're going to start up soccer, at the end of the month. They had WSR had the coaches meeting on Wednesday last week at the community center. That went off with no hitch, so it's been good.
Got enough coaches for
Yeah,
soccer?
they got enough coaches.
Good.
Yeah, filled space. We're looking at it.
Yeah,
That's
that's always a
program
challenge.
keeps growing, so it's good.
Yeah. Okay, before I turn over to Alderman for any questions, in reference to the Easter egg hunt, can you please talk with me or touch base with me afterwards?
Yes, sir.
The local VFW in St.
Yes,
Robert
sir.
wanted to team up and help in some way, and so I just need to get you connected with them.
Yeah, I've already got the contact for that.
Charles?
I'm gonna be
Okay.
reaching out.
Okay, good, all right, then you don't need to
And
talk.
also on that too, Sparklight also reached out too. They want to set up tables and
Yeah.
let's say.
Sparklight is kind of a member of the VFW, that's
Oh,
why. So, yeah,
okay.
it's all connected, but they want to participate, they wanted to do their own. I asked them to join in with us,
Okay.
and let's just do one big one for our residents of St. Robert to do an Easter egg hunt, and so I hope it'll be an amazing event, and I want to know it will be with you, so. And then the other question I had was, and I know I'm putting you on the spot on this, but have you any word on the golf lessons coming up? I know I spoke to Tommy Hollins, Sergeant Major retired. He had mentioned that he was in discussions with you to do those again. Those were very popular in the October, November-ish time.
Yeah, I think nothing official yet, but I think we're working towards the springtime, doing one again in the spring.
Okay.
Maybe
all right.
toward later, beginning summer.
Sounds great. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Any questions from the Alderman for Travis?
Have you already got a confirmation from the Easter Bunny about the Easter egg hunt?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Chris Dubus.
Boy, I don't know about him.
Chris.
We have the Easter Bunny on speed dial. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good
I was
to go.
wondering about him.
Jordan said he'll get them for us. So. All right.
At the, I have one.
Sure.
At the town hall, voting town hall they had last week,
Yes, sir.
they had issues with the speaking,
The actual microphone.
the microphone.
Yeah, we're looking at getting new ones on those. I know, and sometimes it just randomly goes out. And there's also interference with the actual
Radio.
radio station right there too. That kind of a little weird sometimes.
Well, we know a guy that kind of like did all this automation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know a guy, so
Travis.
we'll get him on. Okay, great. Thank you. Any other questions for Travis? All right, thanks, Travis. Appreciate it.
You think that would be very
All right, youth sports is here? No? Okay. Anything to update on, Mark, from youth
No,
sports?
Travis has already hit on that.
Yeah.
Soccer getting ready to start. I will say that they have over 450 kids signed up for soccer.
Wow, wow.
You know, it's continued to grow since we took it
How
over.
many teams is that?
Depending on the age, they have, the youngest ones range about 7 per team. But then like the
That's
youth
a lot of
13, they have
teams.
14, 15 kids on a team. We also have 11 participating with our soccer league. They're sending 5 teams down to participate with us this year. So that's continued to grow as well, that partnership. So
Yeah, that's huge.
we send teams there for baseball and coach pitch. We partner with them with volleyball, and then in Camden, when they come down here for soccer. So it's kind of a partnership.
And he said he had enough coaches, yeah, he sure did. That's great, awesome. Okay, thank you. Ricky?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Ziegenbach.
We need, like, we gotta have music as you walk up or something, man. What's up, Ricky?
Oh, good. How's everybody doing this evening?
Good, thank you.
I got February's tonnage report. It's 3,254 tons and an average of 171 tons per day. The 26th and the 27th we were closed due to high trash volume in the transfer station, so we had to get that removed. So it's a little rough, but we got that taken care of. We got a couple of trucks to run to Hartville ourselves. We got a couple of issues with them trucks. A couple of them went back with the heater cord issue and the airbag issue. The airbag got fixed today. We fixed it ourselves. They just brought down a part. So we put an airbag on it and it ran one load. So, the other one's got battery issues, electronic issues. It's up there right now getting taken care of. So,
It's under warranty still, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So,
All right.
doing maintenance on several trailers. Chris come over and we changed quite a few tires and brakes. So then the trailers are back on the road. And we replaced 2 arm assemblies. That's on the front of the trailer that with the motor hooks to. The people backed into them from the other contractors. And we fixed that. We got that taken care of. Now we're just waiting on tarps to get fixed. So that's all I got.
Any questions from the alderman? I know that before we, any questions? No?
I got one.
Go ahead.
How many trucks do we have that's operating?
We have 3 trucks operated right now. One's up there being worked on right now, and he said he should be back Friday.
So we still shut 2?
Yeah, we got another truck arriving Friday from Premier Trucking. So the 3 that's having issues a little bit is the international ones. So, but they're doing. The one we got back today is doing fine.
So when will we have full amount?
Friday, we should have a full crew of 5.
Thanks,
And there's no degradation of services, right? I mean, I just want that to be very clear, is that even though we do, and that's why having a few extra trucks is important, right? Because preventive maintenance is important, right? As we take one offline to do preventive maintenance, right? And then we are able to still continue the mission and take care of the trucks we have, because we need to make them last as long as possible. And so I just want everybody to be clear, we're okay. We're not going to not pick up your waste this week. I mean, it's still going to happen.
No, it's just, these things happen, and it's just, it comes with the territory.
But I do appreciate your quick response to it, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you identify it, get it turned in, you get it fixed, whether you guys are doing it, whether it's Chris or whoever, at the end of the day, it's getting done and getting back in service and to get out there, because obviously that's a very critical piece of the pie, is the waste collection in St. Robert. So, and I appreciate you and your team, especially with the transfer station and the tipping floor. I know there's been a few challenges. I know there have been a few residents that have expressed their concern about the transfer station, and at the end of the day, we have to just make sure that we do everything and making sure that we can get that stuff off of the floor and get it loaded up and get it to Hartville. And so we have to take those necessary precautions to make sure we're doing that. So I appreciate you, appreciate the city staff for communicating with DNR to make sure that they're aware of our situation and the things that are going on. But at the end of the day, there's no degradation of service in the city of St. Robert for our residents. So thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. All right, Jason, you're up. I know it's a hard act to follow with Ricky, but you know.
He's learning.
I went ahead and brought January's report too. I wasn't here last month. I had 573.23 tons of trash. And
We can't hear you because you're not speaking in the mic.
we diverted 18% of that out of the waste stream.
With recycling?
Yep.
Okay.
Done pretty good in January, and in February, we ended up hauling 763.10, so 189 times more than January. And we ended up with a diversion rate of 21%, so we got a lot out of the waste stream. And we're not the only ones, we got P crews out there
questions for Jason? Jason, thank you very much, appreciate the update. All right, moving on, Steve, you're up. How are you?
Okay.
It's good to see you. You're up.
Just a few things here. Our back truck did go, it went down for a internal engine filter that had to be replaced. And so it had to get towed to Springfield, which was actually, we asked if we could actually drive it up there, and they said absolutely not. It could really wreck the engine. So Waynesville backed us up while our back truck was down. And we had just got through backing them up. Ours went down, and they got their back truck back, so then they backed us up for a few days. That kind of worked out.
That's awesome.
We did go through all the fire extinguisher maintenance throughout all the departments in the city. Went through City Hall, everything over Public Works, Ricky's, treatment plant, police department, just about every vehicle, and fire extinguisher. I do that every year, so it takes about all day to get through it all.
Wow, okay, great.
Archer's trying to get in touch with one of the vendors that actually supplied the aeration equipment down there at the treatment plant. They didn't give the guides for the hoses for the blowers. So now those hoses are actually riding against the concrete where a breaker and a run holes in them. Archer has recently found out that that company has went out of business, so they went to their vendor and are trying to get a resolution on that. So we'll see how that works out.
Okay. Yeah, please keep us updated on that.
We did have a couple of water main breaks since the last time I visited with you guys. So we did pretty good this year, or this winter. But now we're starting to get the rain, so the ground's going to move. So hopefully we stand by. But you know how that goes.
Yeah.
We received plans for property that's next to Freddy's, that little vacant lot in between Freddy's and Panera Bread.
Received what?
Plans.
Oh, plans, gotcha.
Yeah. So we had some stormwater issues, I think was the main concern over there on that. We're kind of going back and forth with their engineer to see if we get those resolved. So we can get the moving forward on that.
All right.
The lift station on Deborah Avenue, which is it's pretty bad shape. It went down, I think the weekend of the 21st. It took sewer department about 12 hours to get that back up and running. Both motors went down. Every bolt was rusted into. They broke many bolts off the pump and then had to extract those just to get it back up and running. So they did get one motor up and running. The other one is in the rewind shop right now. I'm trying to get a quote on it to get it rewound. We do have several that's down. I think 3 or 4 motors that's actually in the rewind shop now. So we'll try to see how they come back and what our quotes are to get those going.
Okay.
Those lift stations are just showing some age. They're bumping 50 years old. So yeah. Lightning arrestor, it actually went bad over here. That took out Marshall and Boza. That was on the 26th, Thursday the 26th, which was, I think, last week or something like that. Like I never found it. It was it's almost like a broken insulator on top of the pole. You just gotta actually see how when you're trying to use it back in. So, but they did find it. We did get it fixed and get those folks back up.
So you said the new piping is up and running right now?
No,
No.
it's the last, they're on the last section.
Oh, the last section, okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I know we're supposed to get rain, and so, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be enough rain to cause what happened last time, but
Yeah.
still, I mean, it's.
Hopefully not. That's,
Yeah.
that's a losing pond, so, and
Yeah.
that's in our favor.
Right.
So that it actually, over the winter time, is draining down quite a bit. So it take a lot. Our spring rains will probably bring it back up.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I'm glad we're getting it done now, that way you can meet the spring rain. Okay, good.
We have two of our dozers tore down right now for repairs. One of them is getting a bucket reskinned underneath. It's about wore out pretty bad, so I think we're going to be using armor plate on the bottom of it this time to get a little longer lifespan out of it. The other one, it had some blade repair done to it, and we had to pull the radiator after all of that stuff. Well, Chris and all of that. Pulled all that out, and we're cleaning it now. It's just plugged completely up with dirt and dust, so it was making it run all off. And we are working on the installation of the ball field lights. We're running into some issues with those, so hopefully we can get those resolved and move forward. We're trying to get those finished up before soccer starts.
Okay.
It's going to be tight, but we're going to try.
I know you guys will make it happen, so. Anything that we could do to help you with that, or no, it's just?
No, I've got to talk with Jeff tomorrow. We're having, the guys are having issues once they build the racks for the lights. They're so heavy, we don't think the jib's going to lift them. Our trucks will not reach those. Why they ordered them like that, I do not know. They should have been at least another 5, 6 foot shorter, and then we would have been, because we're going to have to hire somebody to come in and set these light heads. So we may have to tear them all back apart and actually build the light heads on the cross arms when they get the cross arms set. It's a lot heavier installation than what we thought. Okay. But we'll work through it.
Okay.
Get it done as soon as we can. That's all I have.
You walked up here, said you had a few things. Linda, you were right.
He says that every time.
Yeah.
I got a few things that he goes.
Any questions on the few things that Steve had to brief us on? Go ahead.
Hey, Steve, I want to ask you about the wells up in Ridge Creek. How are they functioning?
They've been doing pretty good. We've had a couple issues here and there. Just normal stuff. Some piping come loose in one of them. I think the plug-in actually burned out on one and it froze inside of it this winter. There's no alarm system or anything on those, so we're just relying on people calling in when we have no water. So, but the guys got out there pretty quick. They had to. It was when it was brutally cold, so they got it all repaired and got it out online very quickly.
How about Chubby's home?
Chubby's? Still waiting on the engineering on that. Haven't heard anything.
And the manhole behind, I guess that, the hole behind that we were working on?
Yeah, we had to abandon that. It got a little too dangerous for our guys to be down in there. As we was starting to dig that out, we was hoping to get all the rock and debris out of that. It's just a cinder block manhole. It's a homemade manhole, but it's 22, 23 foot deep. But as we got down about halfway or almost 3/4 of the way down, when they dumped the rock in there, they damaged the block wall, so everything was starting to push in on us, so we didn't want to get anybody buried alive, so we just called it to pull out. And now with the engineering looking at it, they're hopefully going to bore around that, so they won't need that anymore.
One more question. The water container that they were supposed to put into the sawmill, are they, where is that at? Do you know
Water
about that?
For the fire.
For the fire.
Suppression,
No.
I mean, that's never been
That's
discussed.
never been,
I mean, the Pulaski County did something with it, but not the city of St. Robert.
yeah, it wasn't a city.
Nothing with us.
Okay, that's it.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Any other questions? All right, Steve, great job on a couple of things, appreciate it. Hey, Linda was the one that kind of alerted me to that. I was like, let me see if Linda's right. And she was. Don, you're up. Followed by Tom. You'll be up right after Don, in case I forget, so. Don, please.
The security software that we bought at the end of last month started sending out random phishing emails to all the employees of the city, and just started sending out training videos, which they have to take a test on at the end there. So far, there's been like 296 tests sent out, about 400 test phishing emails.
What's the percentage rate of people successfully avoiding a phishing attempt on their?
So far, it's 100%.
Oh, good. That's awesome. That's
But the
good.
first test they sent out was a phishing 101.
Okay. Yep. Linda, go ahead.
Yeah, they tried this a couple years ago, but just recently I got an email from Edna. It said, you'll be interested in seeing these pictures. I didn't open it, but just so you know, there are people out there still trying to get us that way too.
They will be here forever.
Yep. And it's only going to get more sophisticated. Yep. Okay, Don, thank you very much. Tom, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Glenn.
This new Tyler technology software, how's that working out?
Hank,
Oh, man.
it's like everybody's working on something different. Instead of the company focusing on one thing at a time, because that's the way I would do it. I would make sure you have all of block A done before you move to block B. But they're doing it all over different places. I mean, they got the front doing something, they got us doing something different. It's just all over the place. You don't even know who to contact. It's crazy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Tom. Well, first off, before you say anything, Tom, I just want to say, everybody, a big thanks to Tom. I mean, if you look at our city council chambers with the cameras and the TVs and the microphones and the stuff up here, and it's kind of cleared out and stuff, and that has a lot to do with Tom. And so just want to publicly recognize you and thank you for the work that you all put in. This is exactly what I was envisioning, and you guys nailed it, so please.
We were on the same page.
Yeah.
We both thought we needed to be fixed.
Yeah.
This is our trial run. I hope it will get better. We plan to start, I believe, streaming from what the mayor wants to do, these meetings, and being able to broadcast it to the entire community so that way they're able to see it as well.
And it goes beyond just streaming, because, I mean, Tim and his team, they do an amazing job for us. But there are periods of time in the year that they're not able to be here. And then number two, having a repository of our meetings to where we will stream onto YouTube, and then these meetings will stay on our page, and then that way residents can go back a year later and say, nope, the mayor said this a year ago, right, or whatever the case may be. And we want to be able to provide that for our residents. And again, this is nothing to do with the way we're doing it now. It's just being able to provide a better service to our residents so they can either tune in, because there's a lot of people that don't have Facebook, right? And so we have to look at other options of how somebody can tune in to our city council meetings, and this is going to be one of them. So, absolutely.
We'll get all the bugs worked out over the next month or so.
I will tell you, even though you thought there were bugs tonight, I mean, other than a few small things with sounds and some back noise and whatever and stuff like that, it went seamlessly. And to be able to stare at the TV and see Michael up there, you know, it's yeah, there you go, Mike. It's great to be able to stare, and then of course the people in the audience are able to look at the monitors and screens and see everything. Your team did a great job, so thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Any questions for Tom? Okay, Tom, same thing, yeah. Okay, thanks, Tom, appreciate it. All right, Mark, you're up.
I only have about 27 items. This month has been a quick month, if you can believe that. Just like my job title, assistant, there's been a lot of assisting. So one of the things that Don hit on, the Tyler transition has been going slow. There have been multiple things on multiple different fronts we've been tackling. Time and attendance is one of the things that he and I have been really working hard at this last month. We were able to provide a training for all of our employees to come here in City Hall. That way it was on time clocking in, improving their time code, clean, all that type of stuff. We did that with both the improvers as well as the employees who have that now. As we are going through this, we're wanting to transition the fire department on the Tyler time and attendance as well. Right now they have a separate program they have that works for them. I think they have like another year on that. While we have help, we're going to transition. So Jordan has jumped on board, he and Mike, and we're going to be assisting with that. So we're going to be doing that.
Okay.
We're already working on that.
Good.
And last month, I know Nate's probably going to hit on a lot of this, but we've attended a lot of meetings and covered a lot of different things, a lot of different fires. We can probably put our fire helmets on and, we're putting out some fires. So that's all I have. If anybody has any questions.
Definitely honorary fire department, folks,
Yep.
is the amount of fire that you put out, so absolutely. Mark, I appreciate it. At the end of the day, I know that the Tyler transition has been a challenge. I mean, change is always a challenge. I mean, nothing is ever going to go smoothly. I mean, look at tonight. I mean, there's always going to be, something wrong when we do change. But the resilience of you and your team is what stands out the most, right? And I think that the residents that can feel good to know that even though the transition has been a challenge, your team has been very resilient to make sure that there is not a loss in service to our residents. And if there is a issue or a challenge that a resident has, they can come to the front desk. Mike, Charles, you mentioned it, and we will resolve that. And we will get after it, whether it's us getting with Steve's team to go out and read a meter or whatever the case may be. We will go and find out and figure out what's wrong to make sure that our residents are taken care of. And so I thank you, and I know all the aldermen thank you very much for the due diligence that you all do. Change is hard, but it's the right change, so thank you.
It's a step in the right direction, and it has been
100%.
a huge team effort. It continues to be on a daily basis. So
That's right, absolutely. And things are going to happen, right? It's going to be tough, but you guys are doing a great job, so thank you. Dana, you're up. How are you?
Well, I got a question.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Parker, how's the barbecue competition going? As far
we
as
have teams registered. We're at 19 teams in the Masters. We're about 10 in the backyard, about 10 for the one meet. We're getting things done just like we have in the past, and we'll continue to do so. On the 28th, we'll have a barbecue contest.
How's support for it?
What?
How is your support for it?
Support for
Manpower.
We're getting it done. We've got people that are going to be helping us with it. We've got volunteers. Travis did reach out to volunteers to help with the event. So we'll get there.
Have you purchased your belt yet? Or do you have the contestant belt that you're going to purchase?
We've already got the belt. That was, or is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah, the one meet belt was sponsored by Paul's Furniture this year. So we've got that done. All the awards are done. It's mainly, we're looking at just the final things, final touches. We've got volunteers, like John's going to help with the tournament we did this year. We've got volunteers coming to judge. We've got teams. Of course, if you don't need teams, send them our way. We always use more teams to sign up. So, yeah, we're getting there.
Thank you.
Good thing, yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you planning on having any activities for folks that want to come up and see this barbecue be judged, like cornhole tournaments like you planned a couple years back?
We've tried that in a couple of years.
Sure.
The last couple of years, the weather's just not very conducive to it. Being a KCBS event,
Sure.
and utilizing the community center for what it has to use for, it's very tough to do that. So we're hoping to go ahead and, if we get enough support for the silent auction for Sharp and Copper, we're going to do that. We'll do our best to add the concessions like we've done in the past, so really no changes in what we're trying to do. see if we get there.
And is CASA going to be involved with the, I guess, the kids
No.
barbecue or anything?
No,
Okay. Or whatever, what is it called, CASA did last year?
CASA did the kids barbecue
Kids
contest
barbecue.
2 years ago.
Did
And
not have it this year.
it was tough. That year we wound up falling right in the middle of spring break. So a lot of the kids were gone, you know, we were trying to do kids activities and it just didn't seem to go very well. So, yep.
Thank you. Dana, you're up.
Hi.
Yes.
Doing fine. Yes, like Mark said, it's been a very quick, busy, fast last few weeks. Tyler training, trying to push through to get to that end goal with them. There's been a lot of webinars and a lot of behind the scenes work going on there. Been very busy with human resource responsibilities, supporting our employees, and working with department heads when they have questions or concerns regarding employee issues. And some department heads have made some selections for applicants that they want to bring in and interview. So the next few days I'll be contacting several of those applicants, and the remainder of this week and next week will be filled with interviews, and a lot of them will be seasonal people. So we're working hard to make sure that the seasonal slots are filled and the fire department opens with a big bang. So
Yeah.
just been busy but good.
Yeah. It'll be here before we know it, so
Yes,
we gotta
sir.
get on it quick. So I was gonna ask you about the lifeguards and rec aids and how that was going, so it sounds like everything is going well. So the system, I know that you've been working through the application stack or applicant stack
Yes.
side. Everything is progressing and continuing to
Yes.
prove great results.
Yes.
Great, awesome, Dana. That's great to hear. Thank you. Hi, Ms. Edmond. How are you today?
Hi, how's it going? Fine.
Please.
Hello, everyone. I'm going forth with the February summary financial report. For the month of February, the general sales tax increased 6.24% over 2025. The amount received was $324,418. The actual amount increased $19,000. This was the direct results of $32,441,860 of sale, reported sales for the month of December sales, basically. The used sales tax, online sales, increased 2.6% over 2025. For the month of February, we received $53,762. This was $1,082 increase. Direct results of $2,633,988 of reported taxable sales. The ending balance in the operating checking account is $3.1 million. Also, want to thank Dr. Schleider and Mr. Haynes for commending the front desk. Those ladies are very professional. I mean, since I do that, I've really been impressed by them, and just want to say thank you for those accommodations to the staff there. Also, you will have your dashboard of graphics for the financial position for the city. I am working on that.
No
So you
problem.
have your graphic
It's okay.
dashboard.
We anticipate, we look forward to seeing it. I know that you're going to have a great product, and so thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions from Ms. Edmond? I will thank my wife, though, for the increase in the online sales. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be like, sweetheart, thanks for contributing to the city of St. Robert.
And Tyler is the change.
Daryl, strike that from the record, Daryl. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And the transition to Tyler, it is one of those that's, it's not as complex as I thought it would be, because I was more familiar with the G-Works program, but it's a little bit more advanced. And I think going forward with this transition is going to, once everything is resolved, as far as the some of the issues that we have, it's going to be a great program for the city.
I mean, just think about everything that we've done, right? The applicant stack, our city app, I mean, all the things, transition's tough, it's hard. But at the end of the day, it's going to provide a better service for the residents of St. Robert. So, all right, thank you. Any questions for Edna? Anita, you're up. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to say thanks for doing a good job.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes,
I
Anita,
just
you're up.
have a few things, and I do have closed session items.
Yes, ma'am, traffic.
So, first of all, I want to thank Mark. I asked him to take the lead on time and attendance, and he got his group together, and they did an awesome job. And we've had days where the room's been full of all the employees being trained, so Mark, thank you, and thank the other staff that you got involved with that. On March the 9th, out on Z Highway, MoDOT will be having ADA projects they're working on. Traffic will not be backed up or anything. Curbs, sidewalks, making it ADA. I did get a notice on that.
Can you tell me exactly where that's at, Anita?
It just shows Z Highway.
Oh, okay. Can you
It
share that
doesn't-
with me digitally? That way I can
Yeah,
share
I've
it
got
with
a
the
map
residents.
that
Okay,
they-
perfect.
that
I'll
they
share that
sent.
on social media with the residents and such. Okay.
And then on April the 18th, you can mark your calendar, and I'm thinking maybe Mayor will take and do us a flyer for the household hazardous waste collection. It's April the 18th from 9 to noon at the St. Robert Community Center, so any household hazardous waste that you have. The interstate property is the laydown yard for the I-44 project. Steve set that up, so we see a lot of activity there, you know, so that's I've had a lot of calls of what's going on.
Of course, yeah.
It's the laydown yard for MoDOT for the highway, and they have started on it, and they have hauled a lot of dirt out of there. I mean, those hills are just like disappearing, you
I
know,
know,
going down.
Transforming, yep.
So the airport committee met, and the new terminal is 60% completed, so we're excited about that. And we had attorney interviews and went through that process. I'd like to thank the board. We had a quorum and were able to interview and do a thorough job of that. So for those of you that helped, thank you. And then I just have closed session.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Anita. Appreciate that. Yes?
Will when they open the new terminal at the airport with that little white building, they won't be using that anymore where you go in now to check in, or will you still check in there and like you do now, go to a different terminal?
Are you talking about the trailer or just the little
The
terminal?
white building, yeah, it's always been there.
Oh, that is, the government will take that over. It's their building.
Okay, so,
The check-in, where you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
check in and you go through baggage, yeah, that's a government building.
so how much more space do they have with this new building than they did with those two buildings?
I don't have that in front of me.
Okay.
I can let you
Somebody
know
asked me,
tomorrow.
that's why I'm asking.
It's going to be at least 2 or 3 times bigger than
Right.
both of those combined.
Well, I thought it was, but they said, no, it don't look like it, so I just wondered.
Miss Anita, Steve had mentioned a plan for the lot behind Culver's. What plan is that?
For what?
Culver's.
No,
the
next to
property
Freddy's.
behind-
Next to
Next to
Freddy's.
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 Yeah, there's a new business that's looking at coming in.
That's all you can tell us?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a private enterprise, and we're not at liberty to say it's a business decision, and so when they're ready, they'll let us know, so unfortunately, so.
Okay,
yeah.
thanks.
I know there's a lot of questions with the interstate property and
Right.
everything else, and everybody wants to know what's going on,
Yeah.
but I just want to remind everybody that a lot of it is, we cannot divulge it. That is a private business that is going through the process, and when they're ready to let us know, they'll let us know, so. But there is somebody looking, so. Okay, any other questions for Anita? None. All right, Anita, thank you very much. You're up. Do you have anything for the good of the group?
Well, it's good to be aboard. I want you all to like me, so I have no report.
I mean, well, you're already better than Steve. I just got a few things done. No, it's great, it's really great to have you on board, and we look forward to continuing our relationship, and so thank you very much for being here tonight. All right, are there any alibis on the agenda before we move on to my comments, and then we'll go ahead and vote to close and go into closed session. So I only have two things that I want to talk about. I know it's been a very busy month, and I've already said my piece with most everything tonight with all the accolades and the good things that are going on. I do want to remind the residents of St. Robert that we are 1 week away from the deadline to file to vote in the April 7th municipal election. So we've got 1 week. Next Wednesday's the deadline to register to vote. So if you're new to the area, you're looking and you want to vote into our municipal election, which the sample ballot is out. It is on social media, or it's at the Pulaski County election website. You can get it there as well. Just know that it's 1 week away. And the last thing I want to talk about is Winter Storm Fern. I know that, in the past couple of weeks, there has been a few challenges in the city of St. Robert when it comes to our utility rates and the bills that are going out to a lot of our residents. And so one of the things that we wanted to do as a city was to not let this be a surprise. And it was very important for us to get the word out there. It's a word that nobody wants to hear, that their bill is going to be high. But we wanted to make sure that people had at least 3 to 4 weeks to budget and to make sure that they were able to cover their bill, or come see us and let us work with them to help them make sure they are able to get their bill paid. And so, yeah, the bills started rolling out. And I will tell you that my bill last month was $465 for my total bill, and this month it was $735. And so that can just show you the amount of increase that Winter Storm Fern had on us. And my wife was diligent to make sure that I wore tons of clothes, right? She was like, thermostat 66, if you're cold, put some more clothes on, right? And so I understand the challenge of that, and not everybody can do that. And so I do want to appreciate and thank not only the front office team, but all those residents who were very receptive to what we were trying to do, and that was let people know that it's coming. We don't affect that rate. That affected everybody. Every city, county in the state of Missouri, it affected them. Again, I'm not going to say anything about anybody else, but I think we were one of the very few that at least let our residents know it was coming. And so to us, that was very important. So to those residents who were very positive and receptive to that, thank you very much. To those that weren't, it's okay. I understand. It is very frustrating when they get their bill and it's double what it was last month. But it was basically out of our control. So anyway, enough on that. I think we're moved on. All right, any alibis before we go ahead and vote to a closed session and move on to our closed session? Anybody? Okay, all right, so I'd like to go ahead and vote to close the meeting and go into closed session. Yes, sir. Anita, do we have any visitors who apply to be on the agenda?
No.
Are you guys here for just tuning in? Because
we're tuning in. Hi, my name is Luis. We happen to become just new residents in the town, and we're happy to and blessed to have closed on a house here last July. So our question was regarding the bills for the utilities and how I understand that the previous kilowatt rate was like 17 cents and it went up to like 20 cents per kilowatt usage. However, I've seen bills go from $200 to like $500 in excess. How is it? I just want to see like who is in control of that rate, and how is it that it actually contributed to that much of a dramatically higher bill?
Are we talking about for the month of January?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for coming. The reason I didn't acknowledge you initially because you weren't on the agenda.
I understand.
Right, and so, but Walter wanted me to make sure, we try to stick to the agenda to make sure, but at the end of the day, that rate increase during that high volume during Winter Storm Fern was set by the co-ops, correct? Is co-ops the correct word, Anita? Yeah.
But
so
the supplier,
the
we're
supplier,
part of a
thank you.
co-op. Yeah.
The supplier, thank you, that's the correct word. And so that weekend's worth of electricity where they increased the kilowatt hour was out of our control. Everybody in the state of Missouri was affected by that, by the supplier. Right or wrong, that's not for me to say. I mean, I do believe that there could be some things to make them not do that. But again, we're a city and we're going to push that to our representatives in Jeff City and let them try to get it figured out. So at the end of the day, there was no rate increase by the city of St. Robert. Zero. There hasn't been and there none projected to, okay? And so those rates were not due to us. Those were rates due to the supplier, so.
And if I just have one
Sure.
follow-up, so that was just in light of the storm, and it's not expected to be a continued thing?
Just as, it's a great question, and just as I said in my letter to the residents, right, that is, it was for that weekend only, and there is no permanent rate increase by our supplier. It is the same rate now as it was in December. It was just that weekend. Yeah, I mean.
And our bill
Well, that
was,
explains it.
our bill for the storm, the city's bill was 1.2 million, and it's usually around 600,000. So ours doubled to us what we had to pay, so.
I will say that there were residents from other county, or not other county, other people in Pulaski County that reached out to me and asked me if that rate increase was going to be, because they saw the letter, right? They saw the mayor's minute. When they asked, is that going to affect me too? And I said, absolutely. You might not have been told that, but your bill is going to be affected just like my bill was, just like all of our bill was that lived in the state of Missouri. So it don't matter, LaKeith County, Phelps County, Pulaski County, everybody's bill went up for that because of that weekend. So,
Thank you.
no, thank you very much, and welcome to the city of St. Robert. Glad to have you as a resident. Thank you very much. All right, yes, sir.
That's on the street these days.
What street are you on? Charles Street?
No, we're on Brush Creek.
Oh, Brush Creek, okay.
Brush Creek.
All right. Thank you. So Brush Creek, that's
That's
Ward
us.
4, that's you guys. Yep, all right, perfect.
These are your aldermen right here.
Oh,
These
pleasure
two.
to meet you.
Yeah.
We'll be around more often.
So we're going to go ahead and vote now to close the meeting and go into closed
Channel
session.
12,
Huh?
Channel 12.
Oh, Channel 12, thank you very much. I can't believe I did that. And I even talked to Tim prior to and said, and told the students I'm going to, thank you. Tim, good evening. As I talked to your students prior to, we're going to put them on the spot tonight and introduce them. So please introduce your team, Tim.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate being here. And I've got Emily and Hannah, they're both from West High School. And thank you once again.
Yep, absolutely. I asked them if they wanted to come in front of the camera and do like a little interview, but they both declined, and so we'll respect their wishes. But we want to thank them for what they do to be able to project our city council meeting for our residents. And so now, I think for the third time,
Yes,
we're going to vote
sir.
to close the meeting, go into closed session, and this meeting is being closed pursuant to Missouri law, Chapter 610.021, to include legal, real estate, and personnel. Can I get a motion? Motion by Glenn, seconded by Linda. Clarification, discussion, call the roll, please.
John?
Yes.
Michael?
Yeah.
Mike?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Linda? Yes. Charles?
Yes.
Glenn?
Food's in the cooler.
All right, the meeting is over. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We're going to go ahead and go into closed session, allow Tim and his team to tear down.